My husband is mad at me because he walked in and he saw that I'm making breakfast, and I told him that this was for me and my daughter, and that if he wanted some, he needs to cook for himself. I told him I was not going out of my way to make breakfast for him. This is only for me and my daughter. Like, if you're that hungry, there's a McDonald's down the street, or there's eggs in the fridge and there's bacon, and you can make it yourself. He's acting like this not cooking for him thing is brand new. I gave him a list of things that I don't do the day that we got married, and he was okay with it. So what's the problem now? I told him, if you don't want to cook, you could wait and see if there's any leftovers. If there's leftovers, go ahead and eat. If there's no leftovers, then I'm sorry, you're gonna have to figure it out. But I am not gonna cook for you. It's not my job to cook for you. I'm sorry. And then on top of that, I'm doing scrambled eggs. He wants a fried egg. No, I'm sorry. That's too much work for me. I'm not gonna do it. Plus, he's so picky with his food that he might as well just cook it himself. So like that, he doesn't have nothing to complain about. So here I am making pancakes and bacon for my daughter, and my husband walks in once again. It seems like this is a regular, that he walks in during breakfast thinking that I'm gonna make him something. He's like, what are you making? I'm like, pancake, bacon. Oh, can you make me some? Yeah, sure, I can. How about this, sir? Here's your bacon, and here's your fucking pancakes. How about you make that shit your fucking self? I don't know in what world these men live in, thinking that their wives are supposed to be cooking for them. Absolutely not. I'm cooking for me and my daughter. You, sir, could cook for yourself. Oh, but you could put a couple more bacon strips in the air fryer for me. Okay, the same way that I could do it, sir, you could do it too. Grab the bacon, put it in the motherfucking air fryer. But he has to wait till this is done because he's not putting it with my food.
Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So in this story we are going to look at a woman who doesn't want to cook for her husband, and she proudly says for her she doesn't do any work, she doesn't do anything for her husband, she doesn't do anything in the house apart from taking care of her biological children and cooking for herself and her kids, nothing else. And yet she's married with her own kids who are not for her husband, and then for her husband with a child who is also not hers, but they all live in the same house. So for her, she said she doesn't cook for them, she doesn't do laundry, she doesn't do anything for the husband and the stepchild. Maybe that is the modern kind of wives, maybe, I don't know. But yeah, let's watch the video until the end and learn something, maybe something to take, maybe something to share with others. Let's be the judges in this case. This is now a case like on the table. Let's be the judges. Let's see how it all goes and give your opinions in the comment section. Let's continue watching the video.
So this morning I'm here making breakfast for my children, and my stepson called his dad crying because I wasn't making him breakfast. Now let me tell you something. I take care of my kids. My kids are the ones that come first. A child that is not mine is not my responsibility to feed. I told him there's, cereal, there's yogurt in the fridge, there's pancakes that he could put in the microwave. Like, I don't need to cook you a whole fucking meal. I told his dad, I'm like, if you want to cook him breakfast, or if you want to, make him something, calm yourself and cook for him. My job is to feed my kids. My job is to take care of my kids. Nobody else's. It's still breakfast time at McDonald's. Go get him something. Bring him something from Denny's or something like that. But I'm not wasting my food on a child that is not mine. I don't know why people think that it's the step-parents' responsibility to watch over kids that have nothing to do with them, to watch over kids that are not theirs, because he's not my child. I don't need to do anything for him at all. Grab a bowl, grab a spoon, get some cereal, and that's your breakfast. So there's a few things that I don't do as a married woman. Number one, I do not cook for my husband. I only cook for my children. My husband will be making his own breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Number two, I do not help him pay any bills. So if he is short on the rent, on utilities, or anything like that, it is not my problem. I will not be helping him out. His job is to provide for his family, so I am not financially contributing to any of the bills. Number three, I do not do his laundry. I have my own laundry and my children's laundry to do, so he could do his own. I won't help him put it away. I won't help him fold anything. Like, that's his responsibility. Number 4, he is responsible for replacing any of his essentials like soap, shampoo, anything like that. He needs to go buy it himself. Even if I'm at the store, I will not be replacing it for him. If he needs new underwear, new socks, or anything like that, that's for him to do. I'm not gonna do it for him. I'm not gonna enable a perfectly grown-ass adult, because then they get used to that shit, so no. If it is my job to cook for my husband and my kids, then why am I not getting paid for it? If I were to get paid to cook for my husband, I would do it. But since I don't, he could cook his own fucking food. We got married so that I could be a wife, not a maid. So if he wants me to cook for him, if he wants me to do his laundry, if he wants me to clean for him, then he needs to pay me. People think that only because you get married, you're supposed to do all these things for a grown-ass man. If he wasn't married, he'd be doing it himself, right? So why the fuck should you do it for him? So yeah, to answer this comment, no, it is not my job to cook for my husband. And since you think that it is a job, then maybe I should tell my husband to pay me for it. I don't know who in their right mind made this thing up that, you know, women need to stay home and clean the house and make sure food's ready and make sure the house is clean and all this stuff. Like, that's not, like, it's 2025, dear, okay? Like, gender roles is not a thing anymore, okay? Okay, since I don't do nothing, what is a wife's job? What does a wife have to do? Because a lot of you men, it seems like in the comments that you want a wife to be your maid. Like, that's the reason why you're marrying her, so she could do everything for you. You men are more than capable of doing all that shit on your own. You want a woman to be doing all these things for you? Go back to your mama's house. I ain't your mama, and I ain't your maid. So my husband said if I'm gonna keep excluding my stepchild from gifts, from doing certain things, that he is no longer going to be paying for my children. So I have 7 kids, and out of my 7 kids, only 2 belong to my husband. We're supposed to be going on vacation soon, and now my husband is telling me that 5 of my children will not get to go on vacation because they are not his child. He said that it's only fair since I keep excluding my stepson, which is his child. He then tells me that if I want the rest of my 5 kids to go, that I need to pay for their ticket. I need to go half on the hotel room, and that any food or anything that they want while we're on the trip would have to come out of my pocket because he is only going to take care of his son and the 2 kids that me and him have together. And then he has the audacity to say that if I keep excluding my stepson, that he's just simply gonna give me an invoice from everything that he's paid since day 1 for my kids, and that he's gonna make me pay everything back. No one forced you to pay for my kids. No one forced you to pay for kids that aren't yours. So I ain't paying a dime back. Right now, I'm cooking steaks for me and my kids. Do you think I'm gonna make one for my husband? Absolutely not. All the men over on Instagram are upset because I was in the middle of cooking breakfast and my husband wanted some, and I said no, he could make it himself. I was cooking only for me and my daughter. I'm not gonna go out of my way to add in 2-3 more eggs just because you want some. And if my husband wants some, he could go ahead and get some, put it on the stove, and cook it himself. I always only cook enough for me and my 6 kids. If anybody else wants to eat, like my husband, then he needs to make his own food. And some people are like, oh, how can you say that it's going out of your way because you're already cooking? It is going out of my way because this could be the last steak I make right now, but then I have to make another one for my husband. I could have been already sitting down eating, but no, you want me to make food for you? Absolutely not. If you are that hungry, you wouldn't mind cooking for yourself. Or if he doesn't want to cook, he's too tired to cook, he could wait and see if there's any leftovers and he could eat that. So my husband decided to drain our joint bank account and leave me after so much controversy on my videos. So on my main page, I made a video about how I didn't want to cook breakfast for my husband because I didn't want to go out of my way from making scrambled eggs to making a fried egg for him. And I said that he could do it himself. I don't cook for my husband, I never have, and I'm not going to be starting today. I'm sorry. I guess he got, wind of the videos, and yeah, he drained our bank account, and he has told me that I have to leave. At first, I thought he was the one that's going to be gone and that I was going to be able to stay here, but he returned and he said that I need to pack up my things and go. I told him absolutely not because I have children, and me and my children are not going to be in the street, so I told him that he has to evict me. And the one that gave him this idea of leaving me was his birth giver. Yes. His mother was the one that gave him the grand idea to leave me after 15 years. It's honestly ridiculous and disgusting that this is even happening right now. So my mother-in-law convinced my husband to leave me. She called me today and said, you know, that enough is enough. She's seen all my videos on TikTok because I do have my husband blocked on TikTok, so he doesn't see what I post. And she showed him all the videos. She showed him everything. She told me that, you know, he deserves better, that the kids deserve better, that, you know, I've never done anything for him in the 15 years that we have been together, and that it's about time that, you know, someone opened his eyes. I just got served divorce papers. I can't even make this shit up. I'm like shaking right now. So I'm about to go pick up my son. It's 2:05. He gets out of school soon. And there's a knock on the door. And when I open, literally, they gave me these papers. I'm trying to cover my information. I can't believe this is even happening right now. So this is what I was given. Marital settlement agreement for dissolution of marriage with dependent or minor children. My husband has filed for divorce. I don't even know what to do. Should I contact a lawyer? Like, do I need a lawyer for this? He's asking for full custody of the kids. I guess I'm gonna have to read this while I'm in the car waiting for my son to get out of school, because there's a lot of pages here. I guess I'll have to come back with an update, but I honestly was not expecting divorce papers. I've been crying all morning long. My husband told me that I needed to pack my stuff and get the fuck out the house. So I have my bag and I'm about to start packing. I literally have nowhere to go. So I don't know what I'm gonna do. Everybody in the comments was right. He does deserve somebody better. And I hope and pray that he finds someone better. I didn't know that me making that video was gonna, you know, upset him so much. And it made him realize what kind of piece of shit woman I really am. I just don't know. I don't know what to do. And this should be a wake-up call for women that are like me. Please make sure you bow down to your man. Please make sure you cook for him. Make sure that you know, do his laundry or anything like that, because he could kick you out any time of the day. So please make sure that you cater to your man, okay?
Wow. So we have all watched that story. We have heard what she's saying. I don't think we need to hear like from the side of the husband, because this is clear that, yeah, she's doing that. And she's very okay, very comfortably talking about it, not knowing that this is something that you shouldn't even say it out loud, like to people. If you're not doing certain things for your husband, you don't need to come out and say them to people. Just keep them to yourself and to your marriage, because it's so embarrassing. So this is a married woman, like we have all seen. She's talking. She doesn't cook for her husband at all. Even when the man is around, like if the man is at home and she's making like breakfast, she doesn't include his breakfast in that. She only cares about her biological children. The man has his own kid and they live together, but this woman also doesn't give food to the stepson. This is not right, please. Sometimes we have family issues, marriage issues, but they say even if you have issues with your husband, even if you have issues within your marriage, please don't bring them out to the public. Don't wash your dirty linen in public. She's embarrassing herself. She doesn't know. She thinks she's embarrassing the man, but she's embarrassing herself the more. This is something that is not supposed to be even talked about, because like she says, her job is not to cook. Her job is not what. She is not a maid. She is not what. But I think once you're in a marriage, you are like in a partnership. You are a partner to your husband, you are a companion to your husband, you are a helper, you are a supporter to your husband. And where there is love, really, why would you be so mean to cook for yourself and your kids, blood kids, and then leave out your own husband, a man you share with the same bed? And then, is there even love? Like the men, please tell me, talk to me. Is there love? I'm a mom. When my kids are being mistreated, do you know how I feel? So bad. I don't know how old the boy is, but if he's a minor, that is real mistreatment. If he's a minor, he is young, like we can say he's innocent. I don't know. I don't know about his behavior, because sometimes we can be put off by a child's behavior. Yeah, sometimes we can. That is really understandable. But denying a child food is absolutely not right. However much you don't like this kid, but don't deny them food. Why would you want this boy to struggle looking for his own food when there is food in the house, when you're busy cooking for yourself and your own children and leaving out this boy? What impression are you giving to your own kids? Like the discrimination, how they see you treating this other kid, like really discriminating them, and yet they call this kid as their brother. Biologically they are brothers. However much you may brainwash them and tell them he's not your brother, what impression are you giving to your children? And what is the future relationship between your children and this other child? It's so hard. It really pains me, especially as a mother. Supposing this kid is my own child that is being treated like this. And the worst thing is saying it out loud, and then you are so arrogant and proud about it. However, at the end of the day, it caught up with her and she was served the divorce papers. The husband has divorced her because she's even now thrown out of the house. So what does it give to us women and mothers of this world? What does that show? What does it imply? What does it show to the male species? Like, and the worst thing is she is a mother. She was a single mother before meeting her current husband. She had her kids, like 5 children who are not her husband's children. And this man accepted her with all the children, with all her 5 children. Not 1, not 2, but 5. Sometimes men are really heroes. Yeah, that is true. Because taking up all that baggage on you, 5 children who are not yours, not easy. Providing for them, it's not easy. Accepting them as your own, it's not so easy. But now this woman is creating a bad image for the single mothers, because some men will be like, oh my God, if the other one married as a single mother with these kids, and then this is how she treated the other stepchild, what will happen to me also if I marry her? Some may think that all stepmothers behave in that way, like they have issues, they can't be good wives. It's really annoying, it's embarrassing, but yeah, that is her, that is what she is. So I hope she learns that next time she will not repeat what she has done before. So please put your views in the comment section. Subscribe if you have not yet subscribed. Like, share, and please let's meet in the next video.